Are we on video right now?
Right now.
We're video right now?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Sorry,
I thought we were
our
trying to
friend
take
Jay Brooks has been smiling.
Well, not in the studio, I guess, at least not yet anyway. But joining the show for the first time ever, Jay. Hey, it's Jay.
Jay, what's up, Jay?
Hey, the only difference in the name Jay is I spell mine differently than yours.
Yeah, you spell yours way more cool than me, man. Jay, period. I love that. That's awesome.
Yeah, mine is just laziness, Jay.
That's what it is. So long story short, I actually my legal name used to be Jason, but I changed it legally. My mom named me Jason, but always called me Jay. Then when I moved to Nashville almost 11 years ago, everyone just started calling me Jay. So I legally changed it. So we're Jay now, man. $375 and you stand in front of a judge. That's it. So easy.
Right. Well, the thing is, it should have just been J period. Then it would have been just as cool.
Yeah, I screwed up. I may have to go back.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, because people ask me all the time, well, what's the J stand for? And I said, J. Well, so Jay. And I go, no, it's just J period.
That's awesome, man.
So they go so it's not a Jason or a Jack or nothing. I said, no, it's just J period.
That's way more gangster than what I got going on, man.
So let's introduce people, find out, tell people who you are, because I'm sure they've seen you if they like to watch a little television and those musical shows.
Yeah, I mean, I was on NBC's The Voice, season 22. I'm actually from the state of Iowa, but I left maybe 15 years ago.
Okay.
I'm most known for my philanthropy side. My mom got sick from Alzheimer's, and a couple years back, I wrote a song about it. And while she was still sick, we decided to bring her on stage. I was opening. It happened twice where someone filmed it. The first time, I think, was we were opening up for Jake Owen, and brought her on stage to tell our story and sing that song "Blank Stares." And someone took a video. And before TikTok even existed, they put it on Facebook, and it kind of blew up the internet in 2017, 2018. And before I knew it, it was all over media, NBC World Nightly News, or ABC World Nightly News. People TV had us out to New York and had like 800 million views. And I started partnering with the National Alzheimer's Association. And that's been really what I've, done the last how many years, fight against that disease, and it turned me into an artist. So I just found out after the last gala that we just did in was Minneapolis, we've now helped raise over $130 million to fight against Alzheimer's. So
wow.
that turned me into an artist. Every time they want to bring me in, they want me to bring in a band to entertain them for 2 hours and put on a country rock show. So I learned how to do that, and turned into The Voice reaching out to me, and they wanted to share my story and have me on. So they did it in a beautiful way, turned into a little independent record deal, and been touring my face off really ever since. So,
wow.
Yeah, here we are. We started this Night of Hope tour. That's another long story short. I'll try to summarize. Obviously, I've been in this fight against Alzheimer's, raising funds and awareness for it. My manager called me one day and she said, I just made friends with this gal in Kansas City, and her name is Ann, and she actually was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's in her late 40s, and she found a way to reverse it, which is a very rare story. So
wow.
she basically changed her lifestyle. All the myths you hear about what may cause dementia and Alzheimer's, she just did the opposite. So she got a nutritionist, a trainer. She cut out alcohol. She started getting 8 to 10 hours of sleep a night, which is hard to do, almost impossible. And she reversed it. She's completely healthy now. And then she started the nightofhope.com and has this big gala coming up in June in Kansas City. Invited us to come perform at it. My manager, like I said, called me, and she had this idea to start the Night of Hope tour. So basically we go out, and since January, we've been putting on this big country rock show every weekend, but then we have banners up in the background that have her Night of Hope all over it, and a QR code so people can, get out their phone and hit that QR code, and it takes them to the nightofhope.com. Instead of trying to raise money to hopefully find treatments and a cure, now we can offer people a solution to make sure you may not have dementia in the future or help your family members. So it's been a pretty cool thing. It's not like we don't preach to people and it's not this whole big message thing, but we just have these banners up in the background I put on my show. So it's been cool, man, just to have a cause that's bigger than me. And this show coming up June 1st at the Surf Ballroom is actually the last show of the tour. So, in my home state. So pretty cool thing for us.
Yeah. Did that come about here just recently, or has it been planned since the first of the year?
No, actually, it started with the very first show of the tour. We played in Gainesville, Florida, and this guy approached me after the show, and he said, "Man," he goes, "I'm actually." He lived in Florida. He lives in Florida, but he's actually from Iowa. He's a car dealer. His name's Perry, and he said, "Have you ever played at the Surf Ballroom in Clear Lake?" And I said, "No, but I'd love to. It's kind of a bucket list venue for me, being from Iowa." And he said, "Well, the owner's my best friend. Let's make it happen." So
Yeah.
here we are.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
That's how
awesome.
it goes down sometimes, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's a small world when you get out of the state of Iowa.
It really is. I mean, all the good things have happened to me by being on the road and just being in front of people and trying to, be brave and, share our story. And so I just, God keeps presenting opportunities. So I tour, I do like 70 to 100 dates a year, just, and usually at the top of the year, I may have a handful of things booked. And by the end of the year, I look back, I'm like, how did that happen?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that goes for us.
Yeah. No, it's awesome. Iowa boy coming to the surf, never played there because have you ever been there besides playing to see a show?
I've been past it many times. I've actually never been inside. I've seen photos. I actually went to church camp at a big Baptist camp there in Clear Lake when I was a kid. So we'd always drive past it, and I'd always wonder, like, oh man, one day I can get inside of there and play. But here we are. Yeah, 30 years later.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So, Jay, do you write a lot of songs yourself? You got songwriters to go write along with you? What do you do? Because I know I've heard a lot of the songs that they're real and they're relatable, and you're going, man, that's a tough song.
Thanks, brother. Yeah, I write most of my stuff. Like I mentioned, moved to Nashville 11 years ago, and I've had a couple publishing deals. And if you don't know what that means, basically, you get signed to a publishing company in Nashville, and they hire you to write songs every day, and they pitch them to other artists. And for me, that kind of turned me into my own artist and taught me how to songwrite. And so for a while, first 5 years in Nashville, I was writing twice a day, every day. So I have this massive catalog of songs that we've been pulling from and slowly releasing. So I actually have I guess I haven't officially announced this yet, but I have a record coming out on what would have been my mom's 60th birthday on June 28th. So we're dropping 10 songs, and first ever record I've actually released. So, but yeah, I write a lot of songs, and then I have a lot of friends that are songwriters too. So we cut a couple outside songs that I really fell in love with, that I connected with. So
that's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome. Like I said, because there's so much talent, people talk about Nashville all the time, but being from Iowa, there's a lot of people that actually live in Nashville, temporary or part-time or whatever. But you came from Iowa.
Yep.
You are an Iowa boy.
I'm an Iowa boy, man. Northeast Iowa. I grew up in Cedar Falls, where Kurt Warner and Slipknot's from. Yeah. A few of us got out. For me, like, I ran away from home when I was a kid. I think I was like 20. Ended up down in Atlanta, Georgia, and then Savannah for quite a while, here 11 years. But I was a music director and a worship leader, so I did that at a couple mega church jobs for a while until something went down in Savannah, and I had to move back to Des Moines for a couple months. And my ex woke me up one morning, and she just said, "Jay, if you never move to Nashville, you'll always regret it. Just do it." So my ex kicked me out the door. That's how I literally had a guitar case and a suitcase, and that was it. And there was a couple outside of Nashville. They were friends of one of the pastors I worked for. Before they didn't even know me. They'd never met me. They opened up their door to me, and they had a little like in-law suite in the back of their house, a little apartment, and they let me stay there. I'd write them a check every month at the top of the month for rent. They'd rip it up, put it back in my kitchen. They would not let me pay money to stay there. That's the only way I got on my feet, man. So I just went cold turkey, just went for it.
Yeah.
So terrifying experience, but it worked out. And I've, met my now wife here, and all my friends, friends that feel like family, are here. I
Yeah.
think you're somewhere long enough, it starts to feel like home. So,
Yeah.
but I love Iowa, man. It will always be home. Now it's where I come from, so
Yeah.
roots are there forever.
Yeah. At least you're not writing about red dirt roads. You're writing about gravel roads.
Gravel roads. I know you talk about black dirt, people look at you cross-eyed here.
Yeah.
Yeah, my wife's from Oklahoma, so they're like, "What's black dirt?" I'm like, "Come on, man."
You're killing me.
Yeah, the best topsoil in America. Come on now.
Yeah. Jay Allen is going to be at the Surf Ballroom coming up on June 1st. And so it's a Saturday night. So make sure you get your tickets for that. You get it at surfballroom.com. You can do that. Or just get them at the door if there's any available. That's the big thing. If they're available at the door, you can get them there. But why wait? Get them now.
Yeah, I heard tickets are actually going fast, which is awesome, man. Do a home state show and here they're going quickly. So, but I think it holds like 2,000. So, trying to pack that place out.
Yeah, let's do it. And I said to help Jay out there with the Night of Hope tour at the Surf Ballroom. Thank you for joining us today. You're gonna be in town next week right before the show. You're gonna be sitting in the studio next week as well.
That's right. I'll come hang. J and J hang.
There you go. That'll work. Jay, thank you very much. Can't wait to see you next week. All right.
Yeah, thank you, Jay. Have a blessed day, brother. We'll see you soon.